nice quiet little town. It's not such a bad thing after Burgos. Another morning. Kind of cloudy actually. They're actually predicting maybe a bit of rain today. Just waiting for my parents. And then we're heading off to Castrojeriz. 20 kilometers. First part of the day is over Mesetas, but it's the first part of the day, so you know, it's not the blazing sun, so that shouldn't be a big deal. I guess no one offers breakfast. It's just the albergues, so
yeah.
It might rain on us today. Well, just sitting over top of that little pilgrim town, they put a cross up on the hill. Kind of a neat thing. We have a meseta to climb today, first thing.
It's very scenic.
Take this video.
Looking back.
Hole in the side of the hill right above the olive. Very cool.
You know, it's not like it used to be. Now you get, there's Wi-Fi in
everywhere.
Yeah.
Every little room.
Yeah.
You don't think you're climbing these mesetas, but then you look back and it's, you know, actually not a bad little valley shot, I gotta say. Well, still got a little ways to go. It's like a small mountain pass, you know, but it's just a nice easy climb, so it's not bad. Surprisingly modern device behind a tractor that's older than I am. Look at that. Easy peasy. I don't know what they do in North America, but that is pretty slick. That is pretty slick. Oh, look at that. Jeez. Huh. Oh, you missed it. You missed. Probably doesn't mind showing off a little bit. How does anything grow out of these crops? Out of these fields, so many rocks.
Here.
Reminds us of back home, except for all the windmills. We don't have that many. We were just noticing that I'm getting swarmed by flies this morning, and they aren't. My dad and Evelyn aren't. And last night I had a couple of beers, so we think maybe that's why. You know, I'm sweating it out. The flies love it. Over there is a little albergue, San Bol. Up here is a strange looking. This is clearly ruins, but then you got that red stuff there. As if someone started building a building and then decided to stop. Kind of weird. Anyway, moving along. We pretty much knew we weren't gonna get anything here. Stop for lunch in Montana. We pretty much know that that's other stuff there. I'm up by the sound bowl and clearly see where you just were. Went all the way down and back up. Back onto the Meseta, which, yeah, quite the wall of rocks over here. There's so many rocks in these fields that they just build these big walls from all the rocks they had to remove to make it usable. The people on the Camino are just fun. Even on this year when 10% of people are walking, you know, as compared to normal.
we just ran into a guy going the opposite way. He's from Angola. He started in Portugal, so Lisbon probably, and he's walking all the way to Paris. Said he's already been walking 2 months. He is doing insane. He says he's famous. There's already been newspaper articles about him. He says he's the first Angolan to do this. And good spirited, having a good time, you know, and we're bullshitting with him, you know. I said, you know, they put you in the paper. He said, now you have to go to Paris. The sons of bitches, and he loved that. He just started laughing. Took pictures with him, and oh yeah, great. I mean, total spirit lifter, right? Yeah, the guy's in good spirits for a guy who's already been doing this for 2 months. Like, wow. Wow. Oh, there's lunch. Nice approach into this village, into Hontanas. A neat little structure over here that's all locked. It's a neat little town. Like the walls are everywhere, just everywhere. Yeah, the usual cool church. Every town's got them. Let's see if we can't find some lunch. Is that what I think it is? It's a very strange thing to have painted. We found a place to sit, but it seemed like a restaurant, but now I can't figure out where on earth to get food. There's just tables. We asked somebody if they could get food. She said, oh, that, and kept walking where she was going. And where's the food? Where do I get food? Jeez. 24 hours. Now I'm starting to understand. It says cafe. Yeah, what they're talking about is there's just a vending machine here. That's it. And then there's where you sit. Well, I bought a few items out of here. I'm trying out a coffee. Got crackers for just such an event. We can't find lunch. Well, make do. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Well, that's what you do this year, right? If you don't find lunch, you just make do. You use the vending machine. Oh, whatever you can. It's Camino during COVID. There's a pool / swamp back there. Public pool. Sure, not much good. It's amazing that there's a public pool. I mean, there's only a population of like 70 people in this thing. And they planted some neat trees that are like turned all red and purple and stuff. They're obviously not native. Yeah. All right, looks like we're gonna do some climbing. We didn't climb, we actually turned left. Started walking down the valley. It's pleasant. Nice pleasant walking. She just got this one wall standing on these ruins, just one. Look at this thing. How is it that one corner of a building stays? The rest of it's gone. Utterly gone. Obliterated. For the first time since we started hiking, donning the rain jackets. Considering what day it is, that's pretty good. I don't have a lot of experience with blisters, and of course that's a good thing. A lot of people have problems with blisters. I don't get them until I get over 25-30 kilometers. So far on this trip with my trail runners that I bought for it, it's been fine. But I got one yesterday, just in kind of an irritation. I'm not even sure it's really a blister on the top of my foot. Now, I've had this before, but it was from sandals. I was walking all over the place in Burgos with bare feet in my Crocs, so I actually think it's from that. But I just put some moleskin on it last night, let it adhere, right? You let the glue do its thing. And today it's survived the first, 5 hours of walking. So I, can't even tell which foot it's on basically. So that's a good sign. That's doing its thing. Well, we're still pretty lucky. It's sprinkling on us. It was starting to rain a little bit harder, so we put on the rain jackets, and really all it's doing right now is sprinkling, so our good fortune where the weather continues. Walking up to the convent is actually pretty impressive. This is pretty cool. The Carmen's in shot and you get some perspective of how big this is. Wow. Come around the corner instead of going through the arches, you got arrows, but get the sense that everything's just walled off. The gates are locked there. Still pretty cool. I don't give it that much. Pretty neat looking shells hanging from some of the trees along this thing, gotta say. And inside the arches, there's a few little offerings kind of left behind, right? I like that. Looks like that's like old peach pits or something, or those are, I forget their name, acorns. Kind of cool. Hey, it's a lot better to write on a rock and leave it here than it is to deface this convent, right? Nothing wrong with that. All individually carved. That's cool. I'm hiding behind a tree because we got some nice wind. We got rained on for almost nothing. We didn't even really have to put on our rain gear. But the weather has been a perfect day for hiking, just overcast. Not beating down on us, and we didn't get rained on. Can't complain, man.
Those trees are getting in the way as we get closer.
Yeah. Coming up on Castrojeriz. Looks like there's scaffolding and walkway up at that castle, and you can go check it out and enjoy it. Pretty cool. Not a bad little view. My parents have got a hotel like back a ways, so we broke off. There's a road going up the backside to the castle that's up here, right? And I want to get a hostel that's not too far away from that, because I think I'm going to go and see the damn thing. That's I haven't seen that many castles, and certainly I've not seen anything really in Spain. There's really not much left. So yeah, that, to me, that's pretty cool. Walking up to the castle. Castile. Sweet. Yes. This is awesome. Total bellissimo. No. Bellissimo.
Fantastico.
So here it lays out nicely what, here you got all the buildings. And there's a little courtyard. Stable. This is awesome. Climb the original castle steps. Love it. Oh, this is so cool. Can't believe it's all free. Super awesome. You can easily reconstruct this castle from this picture.